Hey everybody, Zack here at etrailer.com. Today we're taking a look at the Yakima FrontLoader on our 2016 Toyota RAV4. This is going to be a really popular roof-mounted bike rack, and not just in the wheel-mounted style like this, but just overall. I see this one going down the road all the time, and I think what people really like about it is they don't have to take their front wheel off like a fork-mounted style. Those provide maybe a little bit easier loading because you don't have to get it as high, and you'll see that here in a minute when I'm taking this off. A lot of people don't, especially with mountain bikes. You know, it's a big 29er we've got up there. You're going to have to put that in the car somewhere. So leaving it on the bike, not having to mess with it, you know, if it's a quick release or through axle, you're going to easily just hop off, start riding. And I think that's another reason why people like wheel-mounted styles is if you have different types of bikes, you don't have to find your adapter if you've got a through axle one day and a quick release another, or if your through axles are different sizes. You can just throw any kind of bike up there as long as it fits in between a 20 and 29 inch. Going to fit everything up from a standard road bike tire up to most standard mountain bike tires. And what you can see here is we've got a pretty decent sized bike on there. It's going to fit on there. It's a large that we have up there. I've put an extra large bike frame on here. So it's going to fit a lot of different bikes. Now I'm going to get up there and take a closer look at these with you. We'll start at the very front end here. And we can see how it's grabbing the tire here in the back. And the way this mechanism works, I tighten it here and it squeezes everything together. So this is just a fixed point, and then this will tighten up. So that gives us a nice tight bike there. So you can see the rack and the roof rack are shaking there more than anything, and not necessarily the bike. So that's stand put. Now coming towards the back, it's held in place with this strap. So strap's pretty easy to undo, just ratchets down. You're gonna see that on most bike racks. In the back end here, we have a cable lock. Now, Yakima doesn't include the lock on it because they want you to pick up this separate SKS system. And that way you can get locks to lock a lot of different things. So let's just say you want to pick up another bike rack from Yakima, or you've got a Yakima roof rack system. You can get one key for all of your accessories. So, you know, let's just say you're biking in the summer and then in the fall, and then it comes wintertime and you're throwing a ski rack up there. You can have all kinds of accessories from Yakima and have one key to operate all of them. So that's why they leave them separate for you, so you can match those up if you already have existing Yakima accessories. So you're going to also be able to lock this up front too to keep the rack locked to your bike rack, because this is a premium bike rack, so you definitely want to keep it locked to your roof rack as well. I'm going to start taking this off, and I'm going to hop up. So a RAV4 is not that tall of a vehicle. I'm a little bit taller, but I think it's still nice to get a little bit better grip on it. If you take a closer look here at this knob, this is really what's holding us in. So I'm going to keep one hand on the bike, and then as I loosen that, you can see this arm coming down. So that's taking all the pressure off there. You loosen that up all the way, we can bring that down more. So bringing it up until it makes contact there. And how we know it's in is it'll ratchet. You'll hear it kind of click like your gas cap would if you still have a gas cap like that. So you hear that. So now I know it's secure. So I'm going to loosen that up as much as I can. Make it a little bit easier. Get this to come down, because this doesn't go any more than that. So rotate this out as much as you can. Get this to come as flat as you can. I've found that to be the easiest way to get the bike off. Get this down. There you go. So I'm going to keep one hand there, grab my fork, and see, this might be a little bit more challenging if you're not as tall as I am. So getting in the door frame there and getting it out is definitely an easier way of doing it. But if you're not as tall as I am, you need that extra little help. The Moki door step is a really good accessory. That just hooks into the door latch there and gives you a nice platform, gives you a little bit extra height to reach on there. But that's where I'm talking about the fork-mounted style. Fork-mounted style doesn't require to be as tall. You can get kind of right here and then make your attachment point. Some people prefer it, some people don't. It's really up to you, but this is a nice system if you're looking to not get that fork style. So you want to get this put back in place. If you've got a smaller bike, you can see how this is going to go back and forth. This will accommodate different wheelbases for you, so that's nice that can kind of go back and forth there. Actually, I'm going to hop back up, show you how this attaches. Get this out of the way. So this is going to fit most Aero bars like we have here today. This is from Thule. It's a pretty standard shape for Aero bars nowadays, but it's also going to fit most round and square bars if you've got an older system, and most factory systems too. So RAV4, to my knowledge, doesn't have anything that's out of this world if you've got a factory system. So the way this works, you can rotate this, and this just makes the strap tighter. It's going to be the same way on the other side and the back end. There's only one on the back side though. So you get this up, put that in, and then it goes in place there. So if it's not as tight, it's a little loose there, you just tighten it up. If it's too loose, go the other way, and then you're good to go. Overall though, I think this is a really good bike rack. It's not for everybody, with it being, maybe a larger bike getting it up there. Maybe you're not as tall, but I think that if you're looking to get a roof-mounted bike rack, it's really hard to go wrong with this one if you're looking for that wheel-mounted style. It's a little bulky compared to a fork-mounted style, but it's just one of the trade-offs you're going to get. But overall, that's going to do it for our look at the Yakima FrontLoader on our 2016 Toyota RAV4.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then on to our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or uneven pavement. And last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway.
Here you see it out on our test course. First is the slalom, which shows the side-to-side action to simulate turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next are the alternating speed bumps, which show you the twisting action, such as hitting a pothole, road debris, or going over a curb. Finally, we will finish with the solid speed bumps, which show the up and down action to simulate a parking garage or coming out of a driveway.